gives them the light. They're off for the Paul Newman Memorial. Dr. Devious gets a good start far side. Little bit racing up with him along with Guan Yu and Wild Glitz. They form a group over there. Skipping Sue the Grey now coming through to go for that lead. Ghost Rapper settled right in behind. Global Warming is right there as they're all bunched up tightly. Rhea Marie in between horses. Paso Doble racing down against the fence. And just toward the back it's a Bullet Line. But it's a wide open affair from here as they run the backstretch and make their way now toward the final 5/8 of a mile, with Skipping Sue and Ghost Rapper eye to eye and battling up front. Guan Yu right there just off them under a snug wrap. Down against the fence, that's Global Warming. Little bit held together on the outside. Paso Doble now surging in between runners. Dr. Devious is held off those fractions. Right in behind him, a Wild Glitz. Rhea Marie toward the inside of that one, and a Bullet Line continues to run at the back of the field as they leave the 7/16 and the Paul Newman and run toward the 3. Ghost Rapper out in front with that lead. Dr. Devious now looking ominous on the outside. Guan Yu moving with him, and these three team up as they flash past the 5/16. Rhea Marie being driven along rather toward the outside. That's a Wild Glitz. Little bit in the white cap has made good progress in behind them. Rhea Marie left out of it at this stage as they've turned for home and arrived now with 3/16 remaining. Guan Yu with the lead, pressed now by Dr. Devious, who grabs the advantage. Dr. Devious and Winston Griffiths. His stick is in the left hand, and Dr. Devious holds the advantage over Guan Yu. In behind them, little bit trying to close the gap. Dr. Devious with a 16th remaining in the Paul Newman Trophy. Dr. Devious and Winston Griffiths will take it. Little bit switched to the outside, but too late. Ghost Rapper is third. Then we have Guan Yu. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the Paul Newman Memorial Trophy, number 12, Dr. Devious, 4-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Pat and Jack, Lady Kayla, by Devil His Jew, bred Philip Lou, owned David Lewis. Train Michael McIntosh, the second win on the card for Winston Griffiths, OD. Second, 10, Little Bit. Third, 5, Ghost Rapper. Fourth, 8, Guan Yu. They're off. Jeopardy comes off last. Hypnotica took off quickly with He's a Dreamer the Grey racing out wide. Get Them and Sailing Time race together just in behind them. The Smoker follows these right on the rail. One Little Wish in between horses. Quiet Cat racing out wide. A gap of some 2 lengths to Latent Power, about to be overtaken by Jeopardy on the recovery trail. Samba Dancer racing out wide. And last, it's Flavia Victory. They've left the 5/8 and make their way now, about to exit the backstretch. He's a Dreamer slips off by more than a length from the chasing Hypnotica. 5 lengths back to One Little Wish. Get Them in the yellow on the outside. Jeopardy in between horses and asked to make ground. The Smoker right there against the fence as they now run past the 7/16. In behind them, Quiet Cat. Get Them fading through the field. Samba Dancer racing on the outside. Latent Power has overtaken him. Then Sailing Time racing in the white silks. And last of all, it's Flavia Victory. 5/16 remaining. The grey He's a Dreamer, harassed all the while now by Hypnotica as He's a Dreamer brings them into the lane. Hypnotica right there on his inside. And these two now battle for it. One Little Wish is heading for the stand fence. Quiet Cat in behind them along with Latent Power. Jeopardy looks to be running on the spot. He's all petered out. The Smoker right there too as they drive away toward the furlong pole. He's a Dreamer. Now here comes Latent Power asked to kick in. One Little Wish under the stand fence. Quiet Cat making some late progress, but they drive up toward the line, and out in front Latent Power holds the advantage and beats the Smoker. Quiet Cat is third. Hypnotica fourth. He's a Dreamer fifth. One Little Wish sixth. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of today's 6th, 8, Latent Power. 6-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Hale Orphan, Filipina by Manila, bred Peter J. Asher, owned Rupert Gale, trained Tyrone Prince, the rider Jevvanne Erwin. Second one, the Smoker. Third 9, Quiet Cat. Fourth 11, Hypnotica. They're off. Susie's Black Jack gets off slow. Not so boldly formal, charging into an early lead. Burst of Energy goes in chase from second. Delay the Trial a length back on the outside, running in third. Blackjack Winner and Princess Amoya battle for minor shares at this stage. Just in behind those, that's Spinning the Storm. A gap opens up to Bread for Success, and Susie's Blackjack going nowhere last. 7/16 remaining. They're in the turn, and boldly formal sets those fractions. Burst of Energy now creeping closer as they leave the three. A break of some 4.5 lengths to delay the Trial on the outside of Princess Amoya. Blackjack Winner is urged against the rail, joined now by Spinning the Storm. A gap opens up to Bread for Success, getting cracks of that stick but going nowhere. At the back, Susie's Blackjack, but Burst of Energy has now snatched the lead on the run to the furlong pole. Boldly Formal left back against the fence, a gap to Princess Amoya. Toward the outside, delay the Trial, but it's Burst of Energy being rolled over. Arriving at the 16th pole, Burst of Energy is clear and opening up on them. Burst of Energy, Griffiths fanning away with the right-hand stick, will win it. And win it in fine style. Princess Amoya eased the second, delay the Trial third. Boldly Formal is fourth. Looks as if they're now all in. Track there for racing. Field in line. 1 mile the trip. They're off. Did I Do That? Gets a good start out wide along with Sterling Gold. Cutter right there too. Quick March is also showing some good speed, racing up to join Quick March. That's Elisa Vibes as they have left the 7 and now make their way running up toward the final 6. Lisa Vibes joins up on that lead. He's the Rail Lynx, has moved up now to Tackler, and they almost share that lead with Lisa Vibes leaving the 6 furlong marker and going on now by 3 parts of a length over He's the Rail Lynx. They're followed up by Quick March in the yellow, the Cobra right there along with Cutter. Great Like That on the outside of the rail running Azario as they've run past the 5/8 pole. A length and a piece back to Sterling Gold. The Legacy is next. A huge gap opens up to Smart Bidder. Did I Do That racing next? And Hidden Secret, although getting taps of the whip, continues to run at the back of the field. They race away now toward the final 7/16, and it's Elisa Vibes under Richard Mears that holds that advantage as they make their way toward it. He's the Rail Lynx in the red on the outside. De Cobra right there on the rail. Quick March now asks for an effort. There goes Sterling Gold, ridden strongly toward the outside of horses and making some gains. Cutter tacked onto that leading group, and Azario will get a perfect rail run, almost scraping paint as they've turned for home and leave the quarter pole behind. The Legacy comes with a bid. He's on the extreme outside of Sterling Gold as they now drive away toward the furlong pole. Cutter is also travelling pretty well toward the wide side of things. De Cobra over toward the far side, and they make their way now toward the final 16th, and it's still open with the Legacy showing Cutter battling strongly over on the far rail. Great Like That now comes with a bursting run in the final stages. It's the Legacy and Great Like That. They've gone by. Could be Great Like That over the Legacy, then Smart Bidder and Cutter. Official winner of today's second, number 11, Great Like That. A 3-year-old bay colt by Skipping. Conscious Approach by Maverick. Well, Charles Lane and Siebert Walters, also the owners. Train Kingsley Davis, the rider Richard Mitchell. They're off. Royal Impact pulled out his last. Just in behind Myrtle Way. Rochelle has quickly taken charge up front. Under a snug wrap and moving fluently, going on by almost 2 lengths, chased by Devilish Isha. The Grey Rune races a length and a half back, running in third. Royal Impact has recovered and rushes after those leaders. 3.5 to 4 lengths back to War Chest, just left out of it. Myrtle Way on the outside of Hard War Prince, and a Freedom Prince runs last. They lead the 7/16 and blaze their way now toward the final 3. Rochelle has to be caught. Devilish Isha now nipping at her heels, just 3 parts of a length away and gaining. Arun is racing some 3.5 lengths back, running in third. Royal Impact further back and racing in fourth. These are the main contenders as Rochelle steps off the rail towards center course. Devilish Isha on her outside. They battle for it. Arun now begins a paint scraping run right against the rail. Further back to Royal Impact onto the right hand stick, but down the stretch toward the furlong pole. Rochelle just the leader. Devilish Isha harassing all the while. Arun over on the rail. Royal Impact trying to close up after the poor start. Inside the final 16th, it's Rochelle driven out by Trevor Simpson holding the challenge of Devilish Isha. Rochelle takes it by a length. Devilish Isha second. Royal Impact third. Rune is in the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 4th, number 4, Rochelle.
5-year-old Baymare by He's the Real Thing. Lavalier by Premiership. Bred Rolton de Cambrai. Owned Mars Earl. Trained well suitor the rider Trevor Simpson. Second 5 Devilish Isha. Third 3 Royal Impact. Fourth 8 Rune.
They're off for the die job sprint. Lady Foreman the one slowest away. Nunitis gets a good start. I've Been Chosen and Blast Them Away racing out wide. Lisa Vibes is going up now to take those leaders on. These 4 in a fairly tight group. Rich's Happy Notion just off those leaders. Gold Rush toward the outside along with I'm All Right and Lady Foreman improving. As they make the way now rushing up toward the half-mile marker. They're there now and they're sorting themselves out, and Nunitis leads up from Blast Them Away. Right there on the rail, I've Been Chosen. Further back to Lisa Vibes and Lady Foreman, both needing to make up 6 lengths as they leave the 3. Rich's Happy Notion now beginning to make very mild progress. I'm All Right racing out wide. Just in behind those, that's Do My Duty racing up in the red cap. A break back to Gold Rush as the field turned for home. Movie Director and Evancho race next, and left out of it Tommy Tsunami. But with 3/16 remaining, it's Blast Them Away in the red wide. Noon it is just toward the inside, but Blast Them Away has the lead, a commanding one it appears, as they're inside the final furlong and heading up toward the last 16th. Blast Them Away is doing just that, opening up a clear lead and holding it to the line. Blast Them Away wins the die job sprint in fine style. Noon it is second. Third, Rich's Happy Notion. I've Been Chosen is fourth. I'm All Right fifth.